Hi everyone, yes, welcome to a new session. So today I'm right here on Databricks. We're gonna have a look at how this works. My plan is to make some videos on the Databricks ecosystem, mainly because moving forward, I believe this is gonna be something a central piece of future DaertML development, and the best way to go forward is to provide you guys some guidance or just a video, a couple of videos or more on how to do different things on this platform. The main reason for this is I'm starting a new phase in my engineer career, if you want to call it this way, in which I feel like the burden of building things right from scratch, just deploying all the services, just bringing together the DevOps, AI, ML, data, big data, all those services, databases, and all that kind of stuff, and doing everything right from scratch, just doing platform as a service, if you want to call it this way, and not using anything from the internet, is starting to um, kind of make me feel like I need to move forward into something different. And there's been a lot of movement in the last years regarding big data, how everything is moving forward. The new players on the ecosystem. Databricks has been around, I think, since 2013, something like that. So that's a lot of years. They have proven themselves like they are adapting to new verticals. Like for example, the LLM ecosystem. They have evolved amount of solutions that you can put together just to train, fine tune, put on inference endpoints, and um, pre-process your data, enrich, filter, make evaluations for your LLMs, whatever. So I believe Databricks is going to be a central part of DaertML moving forward. My plan is also to start bootstrapping everything that's around what I'm building. Hopefully, in the future, there's gonna be more people doing this with me. I don't know. So at this stage, this is what we're here for today. Just wanna have this video just kind of what's gonna come forward. Instead of just a guide on how Databricks works, I'm gonna leave that for another video. Uh, but just to let you know the things we can do. I'm running the community version of the Databricks just to record all these videos, just to make demos. In the future, if there's the opportunity to bring some value to different players that could be interested on DaertML as a partner uh, to bring data transformation, to bring um, the migration to this kind of modern data centers, modern data platforms. So yeah, let's go. Basically, this is the web UI that you have. It is all built around notebooks, your Python notebooks, or just notebooks, and also around the Spark, the Apache Spark ecosystem. So these are the two central parts of it. There's other things as well, like for the blob storage, they have kind of a solution that is very similar to S3 packets, where you can store your notebooks, your artifacts, like models that you train, all the data that you have, Parquet files, um, data tables, whatever. And then they are bringing all the things together. Like for example, you can bring ML Flow. You can also run endpoints for ML. You can also program jobs and run workflows. It's not only notebooks, but the notebook part is a central part. If you have been following the Databricks ecosystem for a while, you'll know it, how it works and how they organize everything. And I'm not new to Databricks. I had to study it a bit a year and a half or so ago, and basically I had to do so in order to train myself for, I think it was the TP100, Azure TP100. And moving forward on, I've been playing around with the different components of the Databricks, trying to have an open source alternative to it. Like just bring Trino, Apache Hive, bring also the Delta tables, the Apache Spark, different versions of Apache Spark, the Jupyter part, install R on top of that so that you can run pipelines of R data analysis with the R programming language, and also Mini as well, so that you can store all your blobs and all that kind of stuff. You can also bring MLflow, because pretty much everything that is built around Databricks is open source, so you could just create your solution. I have some tests around that kind of thing. So at a 13th stage, I said myself, hey, let's try to bootstrap this thing, let's try to find a way to bring a cash flow, and in the meantime we could think of all the things that could come later on. I think I'm a bit hesitant about the LLM ecosystem around Databricks, because Databricks is, if you think about it, as I told you before, it's Apache Spark, and then you have everything related with the Jupyter notebooks. But the main problem with that is when you're doing things with LLMs nowadays, it's not like 2015 natural language processing or NLP, in which you had to do processing, pre-processing, you had to do stemming, stop word removal, all that kind of stuff. It's not done today. Nowadays, you don't do that kind of things. You just basically do next token prediction on an LLM transformer architecture. So that has changed quite a bit. So if you think about what you could do before with Spark, that was pretty cool and interesting. Maybe nowadays it's not that relevant, but I'm kind of getting again that feeling that possibly these guys know what you're doing, and the possibly Spark may not be the right thing for the LLM training, but you can bring together transformers, Hugging Face, you can bring together all the different things that are around the LLM ecosystem nowadays, and just run it on the notebooks. So another thing that could bring some hesitance or some doubt is, hey, I know playbooks, I know notebooks, how they run. I prefer running everything on scripts. I prefer running everything on as a Flask or HTTP server, REST API server, wherever, so that I can iterate faster, run that on the on production. Why would we move forward on notebooks? So I feel like, hey, let's be honest. Possibly the notebook itself is not the most optimized thing for the job, to run things on the cloud and to bring together ML workflows or ML pipelines. But the reality of it is, you can also bring scripts. You can also run scripts as workflows or as jobs on the Databricks solution. So that could be the solution for you if you're not looking forward notebooks. But if you think about notebooks, they are not that bad. Like, we could be developing future technologies on notebooks without any problem. Some days ago, Twitter was, or X in this case, was quite hot on the topic that things like GPT-1, GPT-2 and Clip were made by Allegra for using Jupyter notebooks back in the day on the OpenAI platform. So I believe possibly we're using notebooks the wrong way. Possibly if we use notebooks the right way, they could be more interesting or more relevant than scripts. And basically because of the fact that you can run different parts of the notebook, just get the result right there. You can program that with other services to run the execution of the notebooks, just save the output of each execution, then you could compare them together. So I believe we're moving forward on some interesting times, and possibly moving forward, Databricks, at least for the DaertML platform, is going to be more relevant than just trying to deploy all the services right from scratch. So I know I've been talking a lot today. Don't know how long this video is going to be. I don't want it to make it so long. I'm just going to go quickly on things that we can have a look at. So we could bring machine learning experiments. I've been doing some things in here. You can manage your clusters. I'm going to repeat all this on the next video, just this is an introduction, this is something I'm planning forward, and then I'm gonna make some series of videos so that you can have a look at the different parts of Databricks, how to use them, and so on and so forth. So then we have the workflows. This is not available because this is just basically for the production environment or for the community edition, but not gonna touch on that just yet. Then we have the catalog, then we have the search, recent, and workspace. And this workspace is where you have your notebooks, you can run them, and you could have also different files in here. Like right here we have the workspace, we have the search folder, the users folder where I am just basically myself, but we could have other users and the trash. So as you can see, this is very simple. There's only a bunch of things around. There's not much more. There's basically Notebook, Spark, and all the things on top of that. That's basically the Databricks platform, and you don't need anything else possibly. They are adapting quite well to the new trends, LLMs, technologies that are appearing as we move on. Possibly that's the reason why we should bet on Databricks and just try to avoid just building everything right from scratch and using some software as a service platform. So yeah, that's basically it. We could add comments, we could have the different MLflow experiments, we could have the Python variables. I'm gonna show everything on the next video again. So that this is just an introduction of what's coming forward. If you have any doubts, interest on Databricks, if you're considering deploying things on Databricks, just let me know. And I will see you in the next video. Just as always, remember to subscribe, like, click the bell, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.